Concord, North Carolina, here the dirt track at Charlotte, this bad, fast racetrack in Racing City. Things are going to get underway tonight for the World of Thunder Mighty Modifieds, the DirtFan.com UMP Modified Division. And welcome, race fans, and hello back to LSRTV here tonight. Behind the camera is going to be Charles Wooten, Wesley Outland, my announcing partner here tonight, and Wesley back, one of our newer guys here at LSR TV, but quite the credentials, Fox Sports Radio, MAV TV, and pleasure to have you in the booth here tonight.
And Speed 51 along the way as well. Thank you for having us on board. Me and Corey and yourself had a great production last Saturday with the Blake Morris Memorial Tribute Race on Martinsville. A Speed 51 production handed off to LSR TV. You guys done a phenomenal job, and looking forward to working a lot with you. It's a small world because I met you back in February.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. You met me back with the Short Track Super Series and actually up on the flag stand for that event. So small world indeed. And race fans, we're coming into this one a little hot as heat number 1 is already about to get underway. And looks like it's going to be Brian Johnson, that 121 machine, your pole sitter for heat race number 1. Heat's going to be 10 laps in length, 3 cars advancing over to the A main event. And not this time, but next time at a down out of quarter number 4, these guys get ready to rumble.
Johnson, McLaughlin, row number 1. Groves and Brown, row 2. Bolyard and Kovar, row number 3. Buellteman and Walton make up row number 4. Banks and Caps make up row number 5. 10 starters. I believe I was told in the driver's meeting with the director, 12 laps, top 3 transfer into the A main. And this should be a great, great field. The Dirt Car UMP Mods, always exciting to be a part of the broadcast crew branded at the dirt track at Charlotte with Rick Eshelman and Mark Abernathy for the last 4 years at the World Short Track Championship. The Modifieds are a part of this show. I love them on the dirt. Let's get them to green off turn 4.
Have the whole shot down there in the quarter number 1. Now down the back straightaway. He's got a clean shot. The battle for second has potential. Look out, Noah Groves to the inside of the speedway.
Johnson will come to the corner. He'll lead lap 1. Brown and Groves will battle for that number 2 spot as they cross the stripe. Peeking to the inside now goes the machine of Blake Brown. He'll try to close in on Johnson. Johnson will shut the door. They'll fan out single file heading for 3, but here he comes back to the bottom.
Man, a slide job at that 181 machine, sliding down and just squeezing that gap. Almost a little bit of contact from the Nerf bar of that 21C back behind him. And now it's going to be a 3-wide battle back behind him. A little bit of contact. Everybody keeps it clean and green.
Keeping it clean and green off the corner. They're almost 3 wide for 5th, 6th, and 7th. That's the battle going on in the middle of the corner. The 38's in the mix. Here they come into the corner. Another lap in. Watch them now. Walton and Zachary Meitzer all in that battle. Coming up, Landon Caps making a move through the field. We're 4 of 10. This is 10 laps in this heat race, not 12, and we're coming to halfway now.
And that we are, as the fields, man, contact all around this place at the very moment. And they're going to be 3 wide racing once again. 21C got the outside wall that time around, as these guys going to continue the side-by-side 3 wide battling around the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the dirt track at Charlotte, and good racing so far.
In the corner off of turn number 4, it's Johnson leading the way. Brown is second. There's a great battle there between 3rd, 4th, and 5th with Kovar, Walton, and Bolyard. You're watching now Johnson and the battle with Brown. That's for 2nd and 3rd as Kyle Morris has been the man that has checked out from the field now. According to timing and scoring, the 93 car leading the way. For some reason, it is not showing up on timing and scoring on the broadcast monitor, but Kyle Morris has been the class of the field, but we are still watching this battle between Johnson and Brown exiting off of 4 as the laps wind down as well.
Walton trying to go for that transfer position up there. He's currently 4th, trying to look in on 3rd, and that's going to be Dion Cover up there in the 181 machine, as he's got to pull that slider line, just kind of a defensive line. Whoa. These guys like to run, and look out.
97 and 38 having a battle there with one another coming off the corner. What a save they made. We will stay green. No caution.
Man, the battle for the lead is getting hot up front, and a little bit of contact that time by these guys. Come to the checker that time by and give it to Blake Brown, your heat race winner. Second's going to be Brian Johnson. Third's going to go to Dion Cover. They're going to be your transfer positions. Now on to heat race number 2.
There you go. So heat race number 1 in the books. Awesome job by, again, Mr. Brown getting it done there in that car performance. We'll get ready for heat race number 2. Another 10 laps, and Brian Johnson, who will he meet? As Tyler Batten from Carolina, around my neck of the woods, will be battling on with Colton Stepanski on row number 1. James Grace and Landon Miller make up row number 2. Daniel Passmore, Lamar Klein, row number 3. Powell and Williamson, row 4. Chad Allen, Tanner Thomasy makes up row 5, and Mick Goldrick will tag the back of 11. 10 laps. Again, this is the World of Thunder UMP Dirt Car Modifieds here on LSRTV, LiveSimRacing.com. And now Brandon, it's fun working with you tonight, but man, I was looking forward to working with my buddy Nick Robbins. Me and Nick were supposed to be working. I'm here, he's not. I'm taking his pay.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Nick Robbins, he was supposed to be in the booth tonight. Obviously, I came in freaking hot, man.
Yes, you did.
Up into the broadcast booth, and he had some family emergencies going on, so condolences to him and his family and whatever that may be going on. But so these guys are ready to rock and roll once again for heat race number 2, and what a battle we saw at heat race number 1. These guys ready to do it all over again as the pace truck makes its way down into the safety of the infield off of the back straightaway. It's going to be Tyler Batten, your pole sitter in your control car, this time down at a quarter number 4. They're on the throttle. Green flag is in the air once again.
All right, let's try it again. We'll see what happens. By the way, follow LSR TV Live Sim Racing on Facebook, YouTube as they come to green down the back straightaway. That's Batten. He's got that big lead over the rest of the pack. Grayson Miller having a battle there. The top 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right there in the Hornet's nest, or should we call it Killer Hornets battle behind the leader of Batten as they go into turn 1 in lap 1.
That right there is a gaggle of race cars, and look out for that 269 machine. He's all the way up into the transfer position now. James Grace up into that 3rd spot, and he's trying to look for second, and second's trying to look for first. It's a whole bunch of race cars sitting under a blanket right now.
And we'll see how that develops with Steele Stepanski right there in that number 2 spot. He's trying to close in on Batten, and then you got this great battle. You're riding on board now. With look at that wheel just kind of battling there with Stepanski. He's in the number 2 spot trying to reel in Batten's car, but Batten will not be denied. He is starting to pull away as they're kicking up some clouds of dust and dirt clods as they go to the corner. And out of nowhere, going to second, I think it was Grace. What a move.
What a move for that second position, and that puts James Grace up into the bubble as he's going to have more company back behind him once again down to the inside of the racetrack. That's going to be that 77 machine ducking down low, running the low side of the speedway all against the tires, and he just won't have the momentum down there yet.
All right, we'll see how things develop here as they go to the back straightaway. We're working lap 6 of 10 just after halfway. Batten, Grace, Powell, those are your top 3 little transfer. They continue the battle of the corner. I think these are the heat races, if I remember correctly, so there will still be some last chance races. Those will be the 12-lap races taking the top 3, if I remember correctly. Am I right, Brandon? I'm trying to catch on to this whole kind of alphabet soup scenario, right?
Absolutely correct. So a total of 3 heat races tonight, and not the car count that we're used to getting, but obviously the real-world racing season starting to kick up in a lot of places for these drivers. So
yes, sir, it is.
So that's a good sign, but car count's down just a little bit, but still 3 heat races worth of action, and I'm pretty sure we'll end up with a B-main as well. So it's going to be a 24-car starting field when this is all said and done, and these guys already going to be coming around to the white flag next time across the stripe.
And the laps are winding down here. These are the Dirt Car UMP Modifieds, a part of this iRacing world. It's amazing what my bossmen and friends with Dirt Car Racing. Of course, I'm the announcer for the Dirt Car Racing Renegades of Dirt series, and we've talked with Cody Watson and Sam Driggers and Brian Carter about what Dirt Car and UMP have done in iRacing. We got a couple of cars getting contact together.
Oh, look out.
Look at Batten and Morgan loose. Grace will sneak up and take that spot away. They'll come to the line, and they're going to make some more contact on the cool-down lap, and it looks like this race is about over.
Grace, Powell, and, oh boy, that's a name that I haven't seen quite yet.
Sapansky? Is it Sapansky?
I do believe it is.
If I butchered it, I'm sorry. I was told that it was kind of like hockey player names, so trying to do best I can, especially in my rookie debut, Brandon. This is not your rookie debut, right? You just
no.
got through into the booth.
I'm just kind of coming into this thing a little bit hot, but now on to heat race number 3. It's going to be Jay Place starting on pole into that first position inside front row. Outside front row is going to be Scott Holt in second. Josh Vincey starting in that third position. Travis Oldfield going to be starting in fourth. Jeffrey Herrick going to be starting in that fifth position. Ben Lewis starting sixth. Seventh position is going to go to Zachary Meitzer. Dalton McKenney going to be starting in that eighth position. Kobe Quillen going to be starting ninth, and 10th is going to go to Kyle Morris, rounding out the field. And boy, I got to get these tongue twists out of the way, as I wasn't expecting to have to talk tonight, man.
Yes, sir. You were prepared, though, man. Oh, the announcers always has to be ready, just like you are a flagman. Hey, listen, I used to be a flagman myself. I wanted to be a flagman before I ever wanted to be an announcer. I wanted to be the next Dole Ford, Harold Kinder, Dave Farney, you name it, okay? I used to tear bed sheets and T-shirts that had the colors of the flags. My mom and dad were tourists of that. I'd tear them apart and make squares. I'd take paneling off the wall. If my dad had wood, I'd make flags out of them. So, hey, I know what it's like to be a flagman. Now I officially have my own real set of racing flags, and my 12-year-old son Brandon has his own set of flags. So I made sure as he got older in life, he did not tear my house apart trying to make homemade flags like I did as a kid. Little story there as we get ready to come to green in heat race number 3. We're going to take another 3. It's going to be 10 laps. They're nestled up side by side one another. Place, Oldfield, ready to bring them to speed. We're underway in turn 1, Brandon.
It's going to be Jay Place getting the whole shot down there. It's going to be a battle for second and third, however. That's a gaggle of race cars once again. Nearly 3 wide, battling this time off of turn 4, and it's going to be a drag race for second down into turn 1.
And they'll come across the stripe. Look at this battle here alongside one another. You got the 38, the 14, the 1, all nestled together, battling for that position. Look at Lewis climbing the ladder. Here comes Vincey up the board. As Place, Oldfield, Vincey, a 4-car battle continues to ensue with these drivers with 7 to go in heat 3 as they dive in turn 1.
It was nearly 4 wide, battling at one point. They're down at a turn 4, and these guys using every bit of real estate around this racing surface, and still going to be 3 wide once again. A little bit of a tight squeeze, almost a little bit of contact, but everybody makes it work.
Let's see how they all negotiate off the corner to the back straightaway. It's Place, it's Lewis, it's Morris. They're 1, 2, and 3. Look at them size off the racetrack, running out of room. Call that the tater patch here at Charlotte many times on the mic there. And that's where that place gets way, way up in the tater patch and the loose marbles and up in the top of the wall. And if you're not careful, you'll smack it. You'll do it virtual style here in iRacing as well. They all play clean and fair as they exit off the corner.
That they do. Jay Place, I'll tell you, pulled away from this thing, and he got the outside concrete just a little bit, but no hindrance for him as he continues to grow the gap.
Across the line, we'll see how they all size each other up. This is LSRTV coverage, live sim racing here tonight from the dirt track at Charlotte. The next round of the World of Thunder iRacing League. Dirt Car UMP Modifieds, Brandon Kurtz, Wesley Outlet on the call. This great battle heating up for the top 3 as they exit off turn 4.
This battle is still going on, and the battle for the transfer spot has wound down as Vincey almost a little bit of contact back there with the 38. But that battle wound down as he lost a little bit of grounds up towards the front. These guys, I think, just going to try to ride it to the end. And no use if you're locked into the A main event, the main events here. No use putting yourself into serious trouble. And of course, as I say that, that 93 machine's going to duck down to the low side of the speedway and take away that second position.
Yes, sir. As they go back into the turn, back across the line, we got Place, we got Morris. They'll size each other up for second again. Place is leading. Morris and Lewis continue to flip-flop back and forth. On the last lap, they come to the white flag. Bring them home in turn number 3, Brandon.
Field's coming down to the checkers. It is going to be Jay Place coming home with a heat race win. Kyle Morris second. Ben Lewis rounding out the top 3. And all these guys up within the top 3 going to be moving on to the main event. And it looks like we are going to have 2 B mains on the night. It's going to be 1 car, just 1. Oh no, and as I say that, it updated 7 cars to the feature event within 2 B main event. So each of these 7 cars is going to be moving on to the main event straight through. There is no stacked races tonight. We bring you your starting lineup for B main and number 1, and it's going to be Tyler Walton starting on pole. Zachary Mason are going to be starting into that second position. Tanner Tomasi starting in 3rd. 4th is going to be Bryson Banks. Dalton McKinney starting in that 5th position. Daniel Passmore in 6th. Noah Grove is going to be starting in that 7th spot. Scott Holt is going to be in 8th. 9th is going to go to Lamar Klein, and Joe McLaughlin going to be rounding out to the top 10, and rounding out the field in 11th is going to be Jeffrey Herrick.
All right, so there's your lineup. It's only fair. I did the first 2 lineups for the heat races. We'll let Brandon do the next 2 lineups for the heat races. We're in sync. We're on page. Yeah. Okay, so Brandon, here's a true fact. First time I ever made Brandon Kurtz was at the Short Track Super Series debut of the Sunshine Nationals. What a hell of a show. Can I say hell here on LSRTV? In a very good way. What a phenomenal program you guys put on. Such a professional show. And
we appreciate that.
And
we
Joe
really
Kelly and everybody I spoke with enjoyed it. They enjoyed the broadcast production that you guys put together for the Short Track Super Series. And I know it's coming back in 2021. I know people are looking forward to it. It was a big, big show. You guys put on one awesome program as a little prerequisite of entertainment before going down to Volusia with the dirt car, big block modified super dirt car series.
Yeah, we made the 20-hour haul down to Florida from upstate New York. So
yes,
it was quite the drive, but it was well worth it for sure to spend the week down there and get to know a lot of awesome people down around Central Florida. So that was a really good experience, and obviously, small world. We reunited today and didn't realize that we were going to be calling a race together, but green flag is in the air for B main number 2, and it's going to be Tyler Walton get this thing underway. He gets the whole shot down to turn 1.
Yeah, what's the old thing? You always got to be ready to wave those flag sticks, and you always got to be ready to be in the broadcast booth, no matter what. So that's what we're doing. So we'll see how things go here as they exit off turn 4. Walton, Thomasy. Here comes Metzner. He'll go to the number 2 spot. And look at Thomasy now trying to get more over Walton. Nice little battle there. This is C main 1, lap 2 of 12. This is where the top 3 transfer. 3 heats, top 3 from the 3 heats. Now we're in the C main last chance races. Top 3 go to the dance, and we got a wild battle for the top 4 and 1.
Yeah, top 7 cars going to be advancing over to the feature from the B mains. It's going to be a 3-wide battle down in a turn 3. Look out, 09. Tanner Tomasi almost going around there after contact. That would have been catastrophic, but he's in a transfer position, and he's ready to go. Still not going to give up on the fight. 3-wide battling once again. 17 caught the outside concrete. That's going to slow him down just enough for Tomasi to get to his inside once again. Look out.
Woo, look at it again. Come off the corner. Oh, that was intense. They hold it together. Let's see how they battle off the corner. It's Walton, it's Thomasy, it's Banks, Metzner, Passmore. So you're saying the top 7 transfer to the A main?
Top 7 transfer to the A main out of the B main. So gotcha. 2 B mains on the night. This is the first of 2. These guys will then cut into a 5-minute hot lap session, and it's time for A main racing action.
Well, darn it all, Brandon, it says C main on my monitor, so it's
yeah. Yeah, it is actually a first B main in the way that iRacing lists it. They list 7 cars for the feature. It's the only reason I know that it's a B main. So
it's all good. Thank you for correcting me. I appreciate that. Definitely. We're having a great time here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte. By the way, if you're enjoying our broadcast, like it, share it, follow. The Dirt Track at Charlotte is the place we're broadcasting this virtual event of the World of Thunder iRacing League every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on LSRTV. And Walton, a dominating performance. Thomas E. Banks Metzner, nobody can catch him as he goes back across the line. But again, if you're in those lucky 7 spots, with Groves and Klein right there fighting for the bubble spot, as long as you play nice, you're going to be able to go to the dance.
Absolutely correct. So these guys just kind of giving each other a little bit of space now at this point in the race. Is only about 3 laps to go this next time around, or 2 laps to go the next time they cross the stripe. So not to say that there isn't any side-by-side battling, but I think at this point in the race, everybody's pretty contented where they are, and knowing that all they can do now is advance their starting position within the A main.
There you go. These laps dwindling away here as they come across the stripe. Another lap on the board, working the white flag lap coming this time by Walton. Look at this great battle with the 17 and 51 fighting for position. They're going to come for the white flag. Brandon, bring them home in C main or B main number 1.
White flag is in the air. Tyler Watson, a dominating performance throughout this B main. He's going to be one to watch out for. He pulls a little bit of a slider line this time at a turn 4, clean and green all the way. It's going to be 28 with the B main win. Tanner Tomasi coming home in that second position. It's going to be Metzner going to be in third. Bryson Banks fourth, and rounding out the top 5 is going to be Daniel Passmore. And these guys will quickly cut to B main number 2.
So B main number 2, and then there was one more. Another 12 laps, top 7 transfer on the pole from Carolina. Tyler Batten to the outside. It is Jarrett Bolyard. Row number 2, Josh Vincey, followed by Kevin Williamson, another Carolina boy from the Buckeye State, Vincey. Row number 3, Landon Capps from Texas, and up in the west, Travis Oldfield. Landon Miller from the land of Lincoln, Illinois, alongside Midwest driver Brett Bodelman. And then you move on to the final row of together cars. Colby Quinlan from Texas, Chad Allen from the Plains, and Mick Goldrick from the Plains will start 11th. Another B main. This is the last preliminary before the warm-up. It will be top 7 transferring in this 12-lap event here at the Dirt Track at virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway.
These guys are all geared up and ready to go once again. Tyler Batten wants a better performance than what he had in the heats, and not to say he wasn't fast, just a little bit of tough luck and hard racing all around put him out of a transfer position in his heat race. So looking to have added once again, it's going to be Jarrett Bolyard to his outside, this time the 97 machine. They take the 1 to green from Barney the Flagger up onto the flag stand, your head starter. And if you don't know about Barney the Flagger here at iRacing, there's a whole article written about him.
No, it's Dave Farney, damn it. I'm calling it Dave Farney.
Well, you can say it's Dave Farney.
No, quickly, what's Barney? What is the Barney?
There was a whole article written about him, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but you'll notice he's the most enthusiastic freaking flagger, and somehow not throwing his shoulder out with the way that he waves that flag. But the field storms down the front straightaway. Barney has the green flag in hands, and Tyler Batten getting the start that he needs.
Barney, the iRacing virtual flag man, waves that digital green linen in the air in precise fashion as the green flag comes in the air. It's Batten, Vincey. Here comes Bolyard and Miller fighting for position. They'll come across the line. Batten leads lap 1. He's roaring into the corner.
That he is. Not to say he won't have company from Josh Vincey up there soon. That one machine like a bullet out of a gun down the back straightaway. He had the momentum and just could not make it stick all the way. And now starting to lose a little bit of ground once again. That 8 machine, he's on a rocket ship here tonight.
And we'll see how they all negotiate off the corner down the back straightaway. We're looking at this race now. It's continuing on. It's a good one here from the virtual Dirt Track at Charlotte. And I got to give you props, Brandon. Man, we are rocking and rolling, not wasting any time. Things are going by really, really smoothly. Not trying to jinx anything, but right now Tyler Batten is the man that's leading the way. Vinci is in second spot as he goes up one spot now. Bolyard falling back to third. Williamson fourth, and we have got a caution. Oh my goodness, and I think this is the first caution of our heats or our consies tonight.
That it is, and it was two cars getting together down out of turn 2, or down into turn 1, I should say.
Replay.
Chad Allen, see an LSRTV replay. Chad Allen just got down into turn 1 a little bit too hot, the 95, and a little bit of cutting momentum. It's going to be two cars collected up and going around, and for the first time of the night, we get a caution flag.
Yes, sir. Under the yellow flag, 5 of 12 in B main number 2, top 7 transfer. Caution was out of the 95 entry, and that was the 95 car putting us under caution. It's let's see here. I have a very unique screen for timing and scoring. I'm trying to have trouble understanding it, but it looks like we had the 95 car of Chad Allen collect another car in the process, and that was the cause of our caution. So we'll get everything reset, and we'll try to go back again. We're working lap number 412.
Yeah, so things kind of got wound up and didn't stop. These guys will get a little bit of time to breathe. We'll get a little bit of time to breathe here just after this B main event, when we'll cut to a quick commercial break and try to gather ourselves back up for the A main. But it's going to be 7 cars trying to get themselves locked in, and Pace Truck makes its way down into the safety of the infield once again down the back straightaway. Take it away. The field is on the throttle. Green flag is back in the air, and Wesley, what a good show we've seen so far here tonight. Tyler Batten's trying to still keep that car on the rails, but it looks like he may have company up there up front now. Maybe some issues for Wesley there. So looks like I'll be calling the end of this B main by myself temporarily. Tyler Batten still holding this thing out front. Josh Vinci gonna be back there in that second position now. It's Kevin Williamson holding strong in that third position. He may have company up there soon. Josh Vinci trying to gain that position back. The slide job of the crossover this time out of turn 2. Vinci falls back to that second position, now ducking down low on the inside of the speedway. Here comes the 38 machine of Oldfield. Where did he come from?
Not so fast, old man. You're not going to bring this one home for supper just yet. They're coming to the line. It'll be 3 laps to go. Batten, Williamson, Vinci, they battle with each other. A 3-car battle for the bridesmaid spot is the leader as Batten, he has pulled away, checked out from the field. Williamson holding everybody at bay with Oldfield and more as they go to 3.
This time out of turn 4, that 5 machine trying to hold strong up to the outside, and that he does. And now here comes that 1 machine, Josh Vinci, all the way down to the inside of the racing surface. They're going to be taking 2 laps to go this time at the stripe.
Look at this 3-car battle led by the 5 of Kevin Williamson as they come to the stripe. The leader as they come to the line, Batten in the number 8 car. He is out in front. 3 cars battle for second. Bring him home in the final preliminary on the back straightaway, Brandon Kurtz.
This time it's going to be white flag in the air for Tyler Batten. Batten showing a good performance here tonight within the second B main, and looking to be a car to beat here tonight, as we see every week with his 8 machine. Always running up towards the front of this race. He's quiet. He keeps himself out of trouble. And now he comes home with B main number 2 victory. It's going to be Batten, your winner. Williamson getting it at the line. Josh Vinci going to come in 3rd. Oldfield in 4th. And it's going to be Butelman coming home in that 5th transfer position. Again, 7 cars going to be transferring out. These guys going to go to a quick hot lap session. Race fans, you're watching the World of Thunder, dirtfan.com, UMP Modifieds here live at LSRTV, your home for sim racing. Stay tuned. We got A main racing action next. We'll be right back. Welcome back, race fans, to LSRTV, your home for sim racing, and has been since 2013, as these guys are ready to go A-Main racing action, and we'll give you your A-Main starting lineup here for the World of Thunder, DirtFan.com, UMP Modifieds. It's going to be Blake Brown starting on pole inside front row. Joining him on the front row to his outside is going to be James Grace. Jay Place starting in that third position. Brian Johnson in fourth. Daniel Powell starting in that fifth spot. Sixth is going to go to Kyle Morris. Dion Cover going to be starting in seventh. Colton, oh boy. Help me out with this name. Yeah, that.
Stepanski. Colton Stepanski.
There's few names that I struggle with, and that has always been one of them. Ben Lewis is starting in that ninth position. Tyler Walton going to be starting in 10th. Tyler Batten going to be starting in that 11th position. Tanner Tomasi starting in 12th. Kevin Williamson in 13th. 14th is going to be Zachary Meitzner. Josh Vincey starting in that 15th position. Bryson Banks in the 16th. Travis Oldfield going to be starting in 17th. 18th is Daniel Passmore. Brett Butelman going to be starting in that 19th spot, rounding out the top 20. Did not make the call is Dalton McKinney. Landon Miller going to be starting 21st. Noah Groves in 22nd. And rounding out the field in 23rd is going to be Jarrett Bulliard.
And it is almost go time. 45 laps of racing. The World of Thunder iRacing League here on LSR TV. Brandon Kurtz, Wesley Outland on the call from MAV TV, Speed 51, Fox Sports Radio. Brandon kind of threw in at the last minute from the flag stand. He let Barney take the rags. He took the broadcast mic. And we are ready to roll here. And it is almost time for these drivers to get ready to go to battle. The body modifieds of dirt under the Dirt Car Racing UMP banner. World of Thunder style here in virtual dirt track at Charlotte. But Brandon Kurtz, it's almost time for that big famous salute virtual style to the best fans in all of sports, dirt late model fans.
It is almost that time, and so the race fans know, it does say 50 laps here on the grid. It is actually going to be 45. These guys going to come around next time by, I do believe, as we'll see them starting to form up to bring you the most epic sight in motorsports. They line up down the back straightaway as we'll let these guys kind of get themselves situated. They'll be coming around in just a few laps to take the green flag, by the way. And Wesley, this is something we don't see in sim racing too often, by the way, is the famous 4-wide salute.
No, I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. I think it's definitely pretty cool to do it virtual style. I think this is probably the first time I've ever seen it done. Let's make it happen, Brandon.
So they get the signal from your race director to form up in a 4-wide style. They split the field. These guys are about ready to rip down the back straightaway as they get formed up. Officials telling them, and it's almost that time. Race fans, this is the most epic sight you will ever see in motorsports. As they make their way down out of turn 4. Race fans, before they pull the belts tight one more time, before they have to clear their visors of the clay and the grime, before they go out and battle side by side, we bring you the mighty modifieds 4-wide. The high octane, high horsepower, steel machines of pure power. We bring you the World of Thunder, DirtFan.com, UMP modifieds.
Can I add what I do in real life?
Absolutely.
Here they come, dirt track in Charlotte. 4-wide.
Absolutely.
Just for a second there, I felt like it was the real deal, brother. Gotta stay in shape. Oh, that was good though, Brandon. Awesome job, man.
Thank you, sir. As they get the 2 to green that last time at the line, so look at the 1 to go signal from Barney the next time they cross, and it's gonna be Brian Johnson on the pole, ready to lead these guys to the green. And this league, the World of Thunder Racing League, man, I love these guys. They do everything exactly how they should.
And things are rocking and rolling perfectly. We're gonna have a great race with Brian Johnson and Mr. Price alongside one another. It'll be 45 laps. They're coming to green here. Looks like it's gonna be next time by, and we will officially wave the green linen.
So they just got the signal from race control, 1 to green. This time they'll come to green at a turn 4. This next time by Brian Johnson going to be leading these guys to the green flag. It's going to be Jay Place to his outside in second. And race fans, it's that time. Grandma, take out your false teeth. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle your seatbelts and hang on to your hats. The Mighty Modifieds are ready to rumble. It's showtime.
I think you forgot to say, Grandpa, take that Viagra pill.
I didn't want to steal Shane's line too hard.
Yes,
I can't steal Shane's line.
Viagra, the door rattling, earth-shattering. No, that's the big block modifieds. These are the modifieds. The body modifieds are off of turn 4. I get to work with all those guys. Great bunch of people. Rick Eshelman, Shane Andrews, Johnny Gibson, Place, Morris, Johnson, Powell, Grace, the top 5 in the early going. We're underway. They're almost 5 wide to the back straightaway. You can't do that in Charlotte. They're going to prove I can.
Oh my Lance, or should I say Charlotte, they're still 4 wide battling for the lead. Look out!
Oh, look out!
They stack up somehow. Everybody keeps it clean. As up on the outside, concrete goes number 32. And we got almost a whole new top 5. Caution flag flies for the first time in the main.
Wow, what a battle.
My Lord.
What a battle. Let's see what happened. We're under yellow flag for the first time in the race. And they should have wrecked on the open go. Oh my goodness, he just got up on the wall and up and over.
Wow, and up and over 93 that's about the softest way you can roll one of these things. I gotta be honest, but.
Is that Kyle Morse?
Yeah, I do believe it was.
Oh my goodness, what a tough break.
Man, oh man. Yeah, that was a 93 Kyle Morris back there. I did just confirm. And what a battle up front, man. 4 of those 5 wide. Jay Place going to be taken away with the lead. Blake Brown and James Grace going to be your top 3 for this upcoming restart, as we've already got 2 to green signal. It should be the 1 to go signal at the stripe this time by.
If you are watching on our YouTube page for LSRTV, let us know where you're checking us out from. I know my colleague and friend, the CRN Sports Network, Trace Knight, he has become a fan of iRacing, to be honest with you, of esports. Brandon Kurtzen, he hates NASCAR. He hates racing. But he's liking this esports, man. He's loving it. We actually inked a deal where we're going to start covering the JW Racing Esports Truck Series on Friday night. So we're looking forward to doing that. But looking forward to he's checking out and he's enjoying the broadcast here. So he's enjoying the world of esports on LSRTV, livesimracing.com.
That is awesome to hear, man. And of course, be sure to check out iRacing.com Motorsport Simulations, the #1 trusted source for sim racers all over the world. As green flag drops once again, they're already 3 wide battling.
Here we go again, fighting for it. Hot dog between the bun. Slice of bread, the butter is melted nicely here in Charlotte between those cars as they exit off the corner. It's Place and Brown and Johnson. Look at the nestle, 3 wide, 3 rows deep as they roar the top 9 into turn 1. Here we go again.
Unbelievable, almost 4 wide racing once again. They were almost 5 wide at one point off the restart. It's 3 wide back here for this 3rd position, and it's going to be a battle for the lead up in front of them now as Jay Place has company.
Down the back straightaway, we have your top 10 as it stands right now. It is Miller to the lead, Place is 2nd, Brown 3rd, Johnson, Grace the top 5, Batten, Walton, Kovar, Sapansky, and now Thomasy trying to find his way into the top 10 as we see these cars battling off the corner. Place is pulling away from Brown, and there goes another gaggle of cars for 3rd on back, led by Walton and Company in 3.
1 car over to the outside wall. He's going to be able to keep it straight, and contact between the 8 of Batten and the 121 of Johnson there that last time off of turn 4. And these guys going to continue battling there down the back straightaway. Talk about a gaggle of race cars. A murder hornet's nest back here for rounds of the latter half of the top 5.
Across the stripe, we're ready to go again here. It's Playson, Brown, and Walton. Right now, your top three. Look at the number 8 car, power to the inside. Johnson climbing through the field now, holding off 3 cars at bay, bouncing off the wall. Banks, Grace, Powell, and more. It's like a law firm as they exit off the corner. Look at the number 8 car, holding off that battle. There's more contact, and oh my goodness, here we go. He's in the grass. He's in the grass. Can he hold it together? He's in the infield. He's slicking them up there. He's burning them down donut style in the grass. And will we see a caution? I don't think we will. I think we'll stay green. He was out of harm's way. That's a tough break.
Man, Stepanski really struggling there. That's such a tough break. He got shot out into the grass and managed to hold it back together. Still up here on the lead lap, but he's going to be scored back there in the 19th position now from just about outside of the top 5.
That was the number 77 car that decided to go recreational driving for a moment. Brett Bruttleman. I hope I'm helping you out like I am, Stepanski, Brandon. Come on, brother. Is it Bruttleman? Buttleman, I think it is. As they come across the stripe, I think it is Bruttleman. As he was the one that went off track, and no caution for the matter as we work down lap 21 of 45. Remember, they spent 5 laps with opening ceremonies and pre-race and all that cool stuff. So now we're working lap 30 laps to go in this event. And we're riding on board now with the man in the 6th position, I think it is, of Thomasy.
Man,
look at this.
These guys just battling hard all the way around to this racetrack, and we see Tanner Tomasi back there. He's trying to fight. He's currently up there in the 6th position. He's trying to fight to get on the lead lap. He got a piece of that concrete there just a little bit, and he's going to have company back behind him. James Grace in that 269 machine, as well as the 32 of Powell and Brian Johnson back there, and Bryson Banks and a whole other stack of race cars. Look out back behind him. Banks got a piece of the wall, and everybody somehow continues to keep it green.
And they will come back around the corner. Working lap 25 of 50. We're actually now 20 laps officially in this race. We're coming up on 3 to halfway here, and honestly, pretty clean and green. These guys put on a show. We had a couple of moments with Buttleman going off track, but going off road. Couple of wrecks with a 4-car pile up at the beginning. But other than that, they've kind of placed themselves out nicely as Place, Brown, Walton, Kovar batting your top 5. Another great battle heating up for the top 3 spots as they exit off turn number 2.
And race fans, I think this is probably some of the best racing throughout the entire field that you'll see on the iRacing service this month. And we always see such great action-packed events, but this is one of the best I've seen so far this year. Is Tyler Walton now battling up here for the 2nd position. He's trying to fight there. It's going to be a side-by-side battle, this time off of turn 4 once again. Blake Brown trying to hold true down low and can't quite get the momentum, as Walton's going to get it that time at the stripe.
There we go again. Let's try this. Walton battling alongside Batten and company. They come across the line. Coming up on halfway now, 2nd half of this race underway. The dirt track at Charlotte, virtual style. It's iRacing. It's the World of Thunder iRacing League with the dirt car. UMP Modifieds. Brandon Kurtz, Wesley Outlet on the call. Hope you're enjoying it. They're battling each other for the lead. And this battle we're watching continue it intensely between Thomasy and Walton as they size each other up off the corner.
And that they will. Tanner Tomasi down, riding right against that outside concrete, as well as Tyler Batten. And I mentioned it earlier, Batten had to come from B-main number 2. He managed to win that B-main, and now, as he started towards the tail end of this field, battling all the way up to that 5th position. That 8 car is on rails. He had a tough heat race and managed to battle back up all the way to the A-main and all the way through the A-main, as he's going to be up there in the 5th position trying to fight for 4th.
So as it stands, Jay Place, number 16, the leader. Right now, there he is on the back straightaway. The interval is so impressive. He's in his own world. A matter of fact, Brandon Kurtz, he's about to have Mr. Barney, the flagman, use that blue flag with the yellow stripe, telling people to get the heck out of the way as he is reeling in back marker cars. Place leads. Brown is in the number 2 spot right now. That's Blake Brown in 74. Sitting in 3rd is Tyler Walton. Tanner Thomasy is in 4th. Tyler Batten, the top 5. And we have got caution on the speedway with under 11 on the racetrack now with 16 laps to go.
Yeah, we go back at LSRTV replay and try to see what happens. And you see Dion Cover down there, and he tried to pull the slider. One car catching the tire, and that's going to be all by himself, looping it around down at the low side of the speedway. So a single car incident down there, catching the Uke tire, and man, do they bite.
Got some comments coming in. Thank you to Kyle Morse. Thank you to Connor Stensma. That's some good racing, good broadcast, LSRTV. And like I said, Trace Knight says, and I quote, "I am loving the 5-wide racing going on here at Charlotte."
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we are too, safe to say. And these guys always put on a good show, man. You know, Wesley, you want to see some good racing, go back and watch some of these. And, you know, we cover USMTS modifieds as well here on the channel. And those guys put on some good racing as well.
Oh yeah, Todd Staley and all the bunches there. There's some good people. I've, you know, such an awesome group of modifieds. Me and you and the producer Cody Wooten were talking, or Charles Wooten were talking before going live, and I was like, you know, they're the NASCAR of modifieds on dirt. Bottom line, with the 80 race schedule, with all the stuff that they do, what Todd and all the bunches of people have done with the USMTS, the United States Modified Touring Series, the Harvest Run to the Championship, and so many other cool things they do. This is fun, but this is also props to Brian Carter, Sam Driggers, Cody Watson, everybody with dirt car racing and UMP modifieds, dirt car modifieds, for doing what they've done across the country and just to now be a part of the virtual world. I will say this, and I said it on a radio show this afternoon and yesterday as well, Brandon. What has happened in the last 2.5 months with this pandemic, with this diversion done by iRacing, has really put motorsports, esports on the map. It is now being deemed a professional motorsports program because of people like you. We're back to green.
Back to green flag racing. Jay Place gets the whole shot down there once again, but that's not to say he doesn't have company from 2 cars to his inside. 3 wide with a little bit of contact. Look out, 74. Blake Brown has company underneath him, and that 38 machine, that's going to be Tyler Wallen. He wanted to say hello and let him know that he was down there.
11 laps to go. This time by Place is still the man in first place in P1. Walton now battles, but here comes Brown, Thomasy. They're all in the mix as we got now battling with 10 laps to go. Next time by, this race coming down to the wire. Place is pulling away. 74 and 38 now having a nice little battle with each other on the racetrack, and that is really, really heating up as we see Brown, Walton and company, and also Oldfield off turn 4.
Blake Brown is still trying to fight there on that low side as Tyler Walton making his way up on the high side once again. Rim riding high, wide, and handsome all the way against that outside concrete. And it's still going to be about 4, 5, 6 cars under a blanket. 3 wide battling for the latter half of the top 10 back here as well.
Well, we're seeing Walton under attack now. Here comes the 38 and the 09 now battling amongst one another. That's going to be this battle with Travis Oldfield. The 9 car clumping into the mix, or the 09, if you will. All these cars starting to size each other up. Tanner Thomasy, Batten, all battling as we watch this go into turn number 1. And we're in the final 10 laps of this race. Under now 10 laps to go.
Under 10 laps to go, and these guys have been 3 wide racing somewhere in the field, even 4 wide, all throughout this event. And to prove the driving skill of all of these guys, we've only had 2 cautions here in this A main event, with 4, 5, and maybe dare try to 6 wide. And all of these drivers going to try anything they can to gain position, as they have been. And these guys up towards the front, just kind of riding it out of where they are at the moment. Jay Play's going to be out front of this thing even still. And so far, a dominating event for that 16 machine.
Hey, Barney, your flagman, your friend, from the virtual stands will come to the line. He'll look over the field. He'll show 5 fingers. They'll wave at the field. 5 laps to go with Place leading the way. Jay Place, great battle heated up still between Brown Company, Walton, Thomas, Batten. That's for 2nd through 5th. And the laps are winding down here at the dirt track at Charlotte. The blacktop has settled in as you see the track starting to slick off in a fairly clean, exciting race with the World of Thunder iRacing Modifieds dirt car UMP style. Laps wind down, 4 to go off turn 2.
Little bit of a battle for 3rd coming down here, down the back straightaway. Tanner Tomasi was trying to fight up there, and of course, commentators curse. We always focus in on the battles, and it ceases out that last time around. So Tyler Walton going to be able to hang on to that. Jay Plays out front of this, saying he's going to be taking 2 laps to go the next time he crosses the stripe, this time out of turn 4.
Oh, yeah. Here they come off the corner. Does anybody got anything left for Jay Place? 2 laps to go. The bullhorns are up on the flag stand as we see now this battle go on with the machines of Walton and Company. Thomas, he's in the mix. Oldfield's there battling alongside with a 74 Brown. They're going to come to the line and what a move, and the white flag's in the air. We got a caution, no. Caution, this race will not end. This changes everything, Brandon Kurtz, and we got a replay on LSRTV.
What a freaking time for the caution to fly. Had we taken the white flag, it would have ended the race.
97 and 77 have got together.
Yeah, 2 cars getting together up there at the high side of turns number 1 and 2. So,
Brandon, that is Jay Bolyard and Colton Sapansky. Sapansky, the one, yeah. Sapansky, your hard name, your hockey player name. That's why we're under caution. Sapansky and Bolyard. And Bolyard all putting us under yellow here. And man, oh man, was ready to take this one to victory lane, preparing for post-wrap World of Thunder interviews. And now we have a shootout. And what are the overtime rules for the World of Thunder iRacing UMP Modified Series, Brandon Kurtz?
They're going to get 4 flags under the white flag lap, so we are going to try our very best to finish this thing under green, and I have full confidence that the field's going to make it around to the white flag in 1 attempt. I give these guys a lot of credit, but they're going to prove me right here as Jay Plays is going to come around to the green. Wesley, take it away.
Oh, I'm going to go against you here. Here they come to the line. They're going to come back for green, and I think we're going to have green caution again. Let's see how this develops. To the corner, it's Place. Jay Place pulling away from the pack. They go to turn number 2. The battle roars on for 2nd, 3rd, 4th on back. That's Brown, that's Holt, that's Walton. They're right there. The 8 car slips a little bit of Batten. They hit the back straightaway into turn number 3. 3 wide for the lead. Barney's got the white linen in the air. It's 3 wide for the point. Bring them home. Lap 1 to go. Going to turn 1, and this is the finish.
Jay Place battling down for the lead. He gets that first position. He's in the hot seat. He's got 200 cars back behind him. It's not going to be enough. Your World of Thunder feature winner is going to be Jay Place.
Place will win. He'll cross the stripe here at the virtual dirt track at Charlotte. Blake Brown will have to settle for the number 2 spot. Tyler Walton 3rd, Thomas C 4th, and Batten will settle for 5th.
Unbelievable finish here tonight, and race fans, he's gonna come home and celebrate down underneath the starter stand. We're gonna cut away to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. You're watching LSRTV, your home for sim racing. Stay tuned.
We're based out of West Monroe, Louisiana. We do custom t-shirts, racing. We'll do any shirt. We'll do schools, churches, fundraisers. We do a ton of event shirts, as you can see on our board here, all around our banner. Personalized, I mean, we do anything. It doesn't matter to us. We got the custom rugs. We use all the, top quality shirts, inks and everything, hoodies, hats, hats. We do embroidered hats, embroidered shirts. Just you can call us for anything. We do offer the bag and fold, to where you can receive them and they're already labeled and tagged and bagged, ready to give out to your customer and stuff. So you can just call us and just tell us, hey, this is what we're looking at doing, and if we're going to put the car on there, it is 125 quantity minimum. If it's without the car, it's 60 quantity minimum. That's strictly on the racing stuff. If it's a business or something, if you race on Texas shirts, it's a little bit differently. You can call us. It just depends on your quantity and ink colors. Everything is hand drawn. I mean, everything. We don't Photoshop anything onto a shirt or anything like that. Everything that we go through, everything is drawn, and which is the reason for the art fees. We do have several graphic artists that draw for us, and they're really good. So what we do is on any package that you do, we can mix and match. We can do any colors. You can do purple, red, blue, green, and do the rest black. It doesn't matter to us. With your design on there, we can do hoodies. We can do hoodies, long sleeve shirts, t-shirts, tank tops. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's almost limitless what you can do, and you can put all that together in that package to make that minimum requirements. They can call us 318-278-7191, or they can email us at bulletprooftees.yahoo.com, or they can go to the website bulletprooftees.com.
Hello, race fans, and welcome back to LSRTV, your home for sim racing since 2013. As we've got the Clan Wars Servers post-race show. Clan Wars Servers is the official communication partner of LSRTV. Back here with the World of Thunder, NerdFan.com, UNP Modifieds. I've caught up down here in the pit area with hard charger Josh Vinci. And Josh, you come home with a pretty decent finish tonight. You started towards the back of this thing. You come home in the 6th position. Your hard charger award winner tonight. How are you feeling after tonight?
Oh man, I feel pretty good. Just kind of rode it on the bottom and prayed that nobody ran into me, I guess.
And, what a hectic race out there, man. You obviously came from the back of this thing. What were you seeing out of that rock screen, looking out the front of out the front of your car this whole race? I know most of these guys were 3, 4, 5 wide battling this whole race.
Yeah, man, it was pretty crazy. It was pretty hectic. It was fun though. It was a lot of fun. I like tracks like this, real slicked off. It makes a pretty good race.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And, just go through a little bit, how was it trying to make your way up through the field? Obviously, you came from towards the back of this thing and all the way up to that 6th position. Just how was it trying to navigate through traffic?
Like I said earlier, I just try to pin it to the bottom and try to be smooth and just kind of pick off one by one and go from there.
Well, awesome job tonight. And is there anybody that you'd like to thank or give a shout out to before we let you go here tonight?
Yeah, my team, Brew Crew Racing, they help with the setup on this. So, basically that's it. You guys for hosting, World of Thunder for putting us on. It's a pretty good deal. Pretty fun.
Awesome job, and congratulations on the Hard Charger Award tonight. Thanks for talking with us.
All right, man. Thanks.
And I do believe Wesley Outland's down there with your third place finisher now.
Oh, and we go way, way back. You know, somebody the other week ago when they found out I was back announcing iRacing esports, they said I was the grandfather of announcing. I don't know if I agree with that or not, but one of the young guys that, well, he's still old. He's still young, but he's getting up in age. Tyler Walton, third place here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. And Tyler, we go back a long, long time ago, man, and you're still kicking it in the iRacing world. Third place tonight on the podium.
Oh yeah, let's go back a long time, back to the R Factor days. Try to get in here to
R
iRacing.
Factor. Yeah, R Factor for sure, definitely. Hey man, I would say that virtual style, this was a pretty good race at Charlotte tonight. What's your take on it as a driver?
Yeah, this was one of my better showings here at Charlotte. I typically don't like this place. Usually it's up around the wall, hold it to the floor, and scrape that wall with the right rear. Tonight, you kind of just slap that big toe on the corner of the gas pedal and ease it around the middle, and she'll go just as quick.
I see you're still a fan of bouncing it off the wall for sure.
Oh yeah, you got to sometimes. You got to get that little edge every once and again.
Well, man, I got a question for you. What is your take of what's happened with iRacing and esports since this pandemic has happened? Where do you think it's going in the sport?
I think it's good that these quote unquote big guys are coming in and doing these kind of races. Some of them I wish they'd open up to kind of let guys like Blake and Jay and myself and other guys in this
for sure
tonight kind of showcase what they're able to do behind a computer monitor or cockpit, whatever the hell they run on. I
think they got a driving rig like a cup car without the car and the engine.
Oh yeah, these guys got it made. Somebody goes and gets their computer, sets it all up. They go climb in this rig, and hell, you and I started on Momos and a 20-inch computer monitor and had to make it through there. They don't know what
I remember.
Like
I remember using the keys as drive, arrow, reverse, gas, push, hitting the keys on the keyboard. So, for sure. Hey, Tyler, thank you so much, man. Good catching up with you. Hopefully, we'll do some more races in the future. And thank you for finishing third tonight, for sure.
All right, Wesley. Good catching up, man.
Third place, Tyler Walton, and now I believe Brandon Kurtz is caught up with the runner-up here tonight at Charlotte.
That I am. I ran over just a few haulers down, and down here with Blake Brown now, your second place finisher on the night. And Blake, you come home with a strong performance. How are you feeling, man?
Pretty good, man. It was a fun race.
Y'all were out battling around this place, 4 or 5 wide racing, pretty much this whole race. You managed to find a gap, but that wasn't to say that you had it easy. You tried to get up there and battle Jay for the race win. Tell us a little bit about how your event went in your eyes tonight.
I didn't realize that they was doing an invert, so I was kind of bummed about that, but it was still fun racing through the pack, but it was a fun race.
Yeah, it's, definitely fun to watch for you guys, and all of you guys putting on a good show. Did you think you had anything up there for the lead? I know Jay was kind of running out front this whole time, but you got that restart with just 2 laps to go. Do you think you had anything for him?
Maybe if that didn't go to the top like that, but I can't really bang it off the wall like some guys, but it was fun. I could get through the middle pretty good.
Yeah, and fun to watch, watching all the different grooves available out here to you guys, and just, how did the track progress throughout this night went as well? Obviously, slicked off a good amount, but it looked like you guys were still able to rock and roll in pretty much any groove that you chose.
Yeah, it stayed pretty much the same for me with the setup I had going on, so it didn't really seem to affect it at all. So I had to change the gear.
Well, Blake, awesome job here tonight. Is there anybody that you'd like to shout out to before we let you go?
Team VLR, iRacing iFlag, Full Throttle Performance, and Dirty Grass Soul, and that'll do her.
Awesome job. Congratulations on your second place finish, and thanks for talking with us. race fans, it's going to be your second place finisher, Blake Brown, and Wesley Outland ran over to victory lane. He's down there with your race winner.
I am down here at the dirt track at Charlotte in Victory Lane as we continue our LSRTV post-race wrap-up. And joining us in virtual dirt track Charlotte style, Jay Place. Jay, a phenomenal performance. You had a strong car the entire time amongst the 3-wide racing, the 4-wide racing, sometimes the 5-wide racing. Oh, my goodness. When it's all said and done, a late race caution, you hold off the pack and you get a big win here with the World of Thunder UMP Modifieds. How's your thoughts on the race today?
Thank you, sir. I got to thank everybody down in Bite Motorsports who helped me put this setup up and having it dig like it did in the slick. If it wasn't for them, I don't think we would have won tonight. I think it was pretty good the way they made it so the track was so racy. It would be top most of the race, and then it would go to the bottom, the middle, at the end. So it was just all about searching and finding the right line.
So I know you had a strong pace the entire time. Obviously, you did use up your tires. The track rubbered up really quickly, faster than I thought it was going to be. When that last late race caution fell on one lap to go, setting up one attempt to the green-white checker where you proverbially won, did you ever have any, doubt that possibly, the drivers of Walton or any of those other guys that were behind you could get around you to try to pull an upset?
Yeah, I did. As soon as the caution threw, I was like, dang it. This set, we made it so it's going to start moving later in the race. So every time we had the cautions, I was just hoping I'll get a good race and pull away from that way. But I didn't know what was going to happen. I just tried to head down and keep the tires from not spinning.
Got to be a lot of momentum going into the next race next week for the World of Thunder Modifieds. Are you thinking championship yet for this virtual iRacing series?
No, sir. We don't. I just came in today to have fun and just to race with you guys. But no, we might come back next week and see how we can do.
There you go. Well, that's Victory Lane. Just come in as a stranger, puts it in Victory Lane as first place man. The driver is, of course, the number 74, Jay Place, and he is the winner here, Charles and Brandon, of LSRTV's coverage of the World of Thunder Modifieds from the dirt track at Charlotte virtual style.
And what awesome racing we saw all night long here, Wesley. And I'm still kind of speechless on just the amount of battling we saw. I didn't expect the track to stay so consistent all night long as far as the different racing grooves went, but what a battle we saw all night.
Fun times. I enjoyed it. Obviously, thoughts and prayers with Mr. Nick Robbins. That was the reason why that's the reason why Charles kind of put together this reunion in the broadcast booth. Me and Nick Robbins used to call races together at the Flip Flop 50 at Riverside for USCS Sprint Cars and Race on Texas race programming. And we were going to call the race together, and I know he's got a family emergency. Thoughts and prayers with my buddy, and I know a good colleague to you guys. And Brandon, I'm glad you were able to step up. I thought 1 minute Will Duvall, the race director, was going to have to be color, and I was going to get through the Wolves, or Cody was going to have to do it. We were going to make it happen some way, but for anyhow, it was a fun time. I enjoyed it. I know that I'm a veteran broadcaster, but I'm kind of a newbie to LSR TV, and I'll just jump in whenever I can. I enjoyed working with you, bud. Get back on that flag stand.
Yeah, I'm hoping soon, as STSS actually going to be making a trip down to North Carolina here real soon. Of course.
Really? Where?
Yeah, it's going to be at Tri-County Racetrack down in Brasstown, North Carolina.
Okay, Brasstown. So, it's on the other side of the state where I live. There you go.
So no fans allowed, unfortunately, but these guys are going to be able to hit the tracks here in the Big Block Modifieds once again. And well, race fans, as we wrap up coverage tonight, we'd like to take a moment to thank all of our channel sponsors from Sawblade.com, Clan Wars Servers, Fame Design Media, and East Coast Motorsports Media, and of course, Race on Texas and 52 Media. And from all of us here on LSR TV, our producer Charles Wooten, my co-commentator tonight, Wesley Outland. Of course, catch him on Fox Sports Radio, Speed 51, and MAV TV. And of course, everybody from World of Thunder. We'd all like to say good racing and good night, and we will see you next time at LSR TV, your home for sim racing.
This broadcast is the copyrighted work of LSRTV and may not be rebroadcast, retranslated, or used in any form without the express written consent of 52 Media LLC and iRacing.com Motorsports Simulations. LSRTV would like to thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast.